Hello, everyone. Welcome to the D League podcast, episode 17, not 16. Um, we are in the middle of the playoff hunt, and I am joined by one of my favorite human beings and one of my favorite league members of all time, Taylor Zackers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
Hey, Taylor. Thanks for
hey,
joining.
it's nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's been a long time coming.
It has been.
Everything
Yes.
we've done in our lives has led up to this moment.
Led to this moment right here.
Um, so Jameson is not going to make it again for I think this fifth or sixth time this year.
So,
Uh,
so basically, what you're saying is whenever someone in the chat upsets him, he just throws a fit and doesn't attend
yeah, he
whoever
just quits.
that guest is.
Yeah, I'm not even in the playoffs, and I'm still here. I was here
Mhm.
last week, and I had a migraine and was out of the playoffs. That's how much I care about this league. But
I think you've been here every week.
I haven't missed a game. Um, so Jameson can't make it because our father, Pat, is in Dallas. Will Zach apologize for ruining the pod? Will you?
No. Lug
No.
nut.
Do you know how to view the chat?
No, I don't know how to view the chat.
So in the top right, there's underneath this little face thing, there's a chat button. You click on that, and that's the YouTube chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why my screen is always so blurry, but we'll have to deal with it. Anyway, so yeah, Jameson isn't going to make it. He probably won't make it next week either because Dad is going to be there for 10 days, and he's just got there last night. So no
Maybe
Jameson for the rest of the pod.
they'll be sick of each other by then, and he'll want a break.
Want to bail?
Maybe Pat will want to come on because he wants a break from Jameson.
Yeah, apparently Dad sleeps in the podcast room, and I just said like, okay, well, keep him up and get him on the pod, but
it's 8:00 there, isn't it? No,
yeah,
Central, same time, isn't it?
it's Central. Yeah, apparently they're watching or they're looking at Christmas lights, and Dad somehow managed to lose his wallet walking around, so now they're backtracking and looking for Dad's wallet.
Oh.
Yeah, so hopefully he gets it because he needs to fly back home. All right, well, let's go. How was your week, Zacher? I know you had a bye, so not much probably to report fantasy-wise, but
Fantasy-wise, it was a good week. Easiest win of the year.
Is this your first bye?
Yeah, I think so. It has come up in the Discord a couple times, but I think this might be my third playoff appearance and never made it past the first round. So
you're already passed.
Already passed. So you can only go down from here, really. But
yeah.
But other than that, it was a good week. Got to hang out with you on Saturday.
That's right.
Yep.
I did get to see the new house. It was beautiful. Thanks for having us.
Thanks. Yeah. So other than that, just getting settled. Just like every night, it's like unpacking another box. So what about you?
Yeah, mine was pretty good. Had hanging out with the Zackers to look forward to, which is great. Got to watch our first Vikings loss in person together, which is, well, there'll be many more of those. That'll be fun. A lot of, blown leads and painful, soul-crushing losses. Fantasy-wise, so I'm in 4 leagues. I didn't make it in 2. I did make it in 2 others, and both of those missed their projections by about 200 total points. So I am out of playoffs in all 4 already. So it could have gone better, but had pretty solid seasons all around. My points for is pretty high, but
as we've heard,
I did my best. My best wasn't good enough, and we're on to next year. Health-wise, Rosemary's been getting sicker and sicker. We think she doesn't have RSV, but her cold is just getting worse. So hopefully your kids are fine after being around her.
They didn't interact too much.
Yeah, true. She's been home from daycare pretty much all week, which has been kind of a pain in the ass since Merritt and I always work from home, so we're watching her all the time.
Bummer. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I think the father and mother-in-law will be watching her tomorrow. Anyways, so on to week 1 playoff reactions. Let's see. So Tanner, Mr. Better Have a Better Strat, Mr. Do Better, Mr. Change Up Your Strategy so you can get to the playoffs, scored 50 fucking points. For those keeping track, I scored 120 points more than Tanner. Tanner had 2 more wins than me, and like chime into the Discord about, maybe you need to switch up your strategy or whatever, with the fact that we don't do points 4 as a playoff spot. So he's out immediately.
Did you see his bench?
No, I'll pull it up right now. Did he have somebody that could have won it on his bench?
You see, I looked in. So did Foster, so you can't really make that argument. But he did have like 40 points on the bench.
Oh yeah, because one of his things was like, if I start Gus Edwards, am I really that good? Like, actually, yeah, Gus Edwards could have got you the win. It's about playing matchups and being good.
And Jake Browning.
Yeah, and Jake Browning, that would have been
And T. Higgins. T. Higgins, one of my favorite players of all time.
There you go. You have about 60 points on the bench, which would have got you the win. Bummer. We're all very sad about that. Langton. So Langton last week scored 126. I had 112, a respectable 112 to get into the playoffs, which did not work. This week, Langton does not score 100 points. He gets 21 less points from the Drake Londons. Drake London is the wide receiver 38 on the year. He has been terrible all year. His only good game of the entire year was last week against me. So good on you. And he got 17 total points less from his special teams compared to when he played me. So
he didn't break 100 even with a Christian McCaffrey 40 points.
Yes, 40 points from one player. He still didn't break 100, but I'm not in the playoffs because I got schedule fucked. Paul is getting hot. Paul has Jefferson coming back. He scored the second highest next to me, obviously. I think the Paul team is. He only scored 90. He only scored 95, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But that was with a bad game from Jefferson. Or no, I'm on the wrong week. He scored 141. Yeah. I guess it'll depend on the health of Lawrence and Aaron Jones, but he's looking pretty good. And then I just had a total stat. I added up playoffs from everyone, and the 4th and 6th seed were by far and away the most wins across all leagues. So we had 6 4 seeds and 5 6 seeds win. So if you were a 5th seed, you got absolutely fucked. You basically didn't make it on unless I think there's one league that happened, and then only a couple of 3s made it. So well, I guess the 5s losing isn't surprising since you were not as good as the 4s, but it's just surprising to see this many 6 seeds. It was a weird week though, a lot of weird scores.
How many 6 seeds went on?
5.
5.
Yeah,
okay.
5 out of 7.
Well, those 6 seeds do matter.
Did you have any reactions from Guggenheim week 1?
Not gonna lie, excited to see Foster move on.
That is nice.
I think I can take down Foster, so I was excited about that. I worry about Pedwards in the final if I get there. So
oof, don't get ahead of yourself, Zachary.
I know.
Let's just take it one.
I'm just saying if I get there. But yeah, Andrew McMurray, another loss. It's shocking, but
he is. If relegation could happen, he would be going to the farm league. That's pretty bad.
Hanging in there. Couple wins though.
Yeah. Foster moves on with an 80. Pretty rough. All right, on to Herman German. Mark Vormeliesel gets Dak Prescotted. He scored, I think, 6 points. Lost to Jalen Hurts, who statistically had a worse game than Dak, but because Jalen Hurts has a gigantic fat ass and can fall forward or be carried into the end zone a couple times. Jalen Hurts scores like 22 points, 23 points, doing absolutely nothing. I think hopefully next year the tush push is banned and we never have to hear about Philly or Jalen Hurts ever again because he's not a good quarterback. He just is a big guy. Herman German Freeze. This is still Herman German. Freeze survives. He started Tyreek, who didn't play. Derek Carr, who is a bad quarterback, and he got 1 point from Najee Harris. All of these, that's basically 3 just things that you just like threw out. You kind of just like, I don't want to win, and he won anyway. That's kind of just proof that there's no God, there's no skill in this game.
Will Freeze apologize for fielding an awful team this week?
That's a good question. Do you apologize for winning? Do you apologize for purposely tanking but getting away with it? Good question, Zacher.
Haters are hating Freeze.
Yes. On to Blipto. Brian Nelson wins a squeaker over Vos. It was like a 1-point win. Nothing really else of note in Blipto. I think, the other one was a blowout. Peters Cuervo, Rod's race to the championship is over for the second year in a row. Zhao is on. Rod did start Tyreek, and it bit him. This is, I think he lost by like 4 or 5 points.
Hate to see it.
It is a bummer. But I'm kind of proud of Zhao because I think he started out like one of the worst teams in all of the 84 teams for the first like 5 weeks, and he's back in it. He's back
battling.
Yeah. DeWitt took out Masker. DeWitt did not start a QB. He had Geno Smith and got negative points from Bijan Robinson and still managed to beat Masker. What happened? What happened there, buddy?
Oh, DeWitt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
On to Old Hall. Christian doesn't repeat. His luck runs out. There's no life-threatening injury to save you this time, Christian. And then, so he lost to Billy. And then Prier wins. So the mediocre martyrs get a win, and they're on to the semis. Even though somebody started the fucking Raiders defense who has not been good all year, but they got 30 points, but Prier survived it.
Who did that?
That is so weird looking at this on desktop. It like I have to search again to how to get there. Spencer Music.
Oh, that makes sense.
Prier won by 10. So expert move by Prier or by Misik does not pay off. On to presidents. Unfortunately, we will not have a gavel in the delivery room for Ta. Pour one out for my boy. That would have been epic. But instead, Ta is going to go on year 3 without winning a title and still somehow being in presidents. There you go. So
that's the theme. You don't have to win titles to be in presidents because it's
You just need to be really good friends or neighbors with my brother, and he'll put you in the top league and pretend that you're elite.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. You have any other reactions in general from Week 15?
Well, I have some
NFL. Yeah, go ahead.
So I have a little game for you.
Okay.
It's called Brandon Aubrey or. You made a comment at the beginning of the season that Kyron Williams was the pickup of the year for $5, and I want to argue that it might have been Brandon Aubrey. So
wow, okay.
Over the last 5 weeks, who scored more points? Brandon Aubrey or Breece Hall?
Is it? It's Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey, yeah.
Has he averaged double digits?
What's that? Yeah, averaging double digits, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Over the last 5 weeks, Austin Eckler or Brandon Aubrey?
Oh, that's Aubrey easily. Eckler has been a disaster.
You
have Eckler.
I do,
Like, how do you have Brandon Aubrey?
Yeah, I know. He's making up for it.
Yeah.
All right, another one. Jamar Chase or Brandon Aubrey?
Hasn't Chase had a couple good games here though? Chase this time.
It's trick. They're exactly the same. Literally the exact same number.
So you could have spent 102 on Jamar Chase or picked up Brandon Aubrey in the middle of the season for free.
Yes. Yep.
Nice. That's good.
And then
Fantasy's great.
you have AJ Brown, right?
No, I have
No.
CeeDee Lamb. AJ Brown is Bureau.
Oh.
He would not give me AJ Brown.
Oh, you have Amari Cooper. Over the season,
Yeah.
who has more points, Brandon Aubrey or Amari Cooper?
Oh, that's Aubrey. Easy. Trust me. So
yes.
I kind of always knew this with Cooper, that he is very boom or bust. He'll finish like as a good wide receiver, but there'll be like, multiple weeks in a row where he'll do nothing. It was just exacerbated by a couple concussions, but yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, I was doing the math on that, and there's like some 22s, and as I was typing in the numbers for my calculator here, I was like, oh, he might get more, and nope.
Yeah. No, Amari had an amazing game this week.
Yeah.
But does that help me?
No, it doesn't.
No, not anymore.
Nope. Those weeks of 2 and 3 really hurt you.
Yeah.
So
any others?
Let me just do tight ends. George Kittle or Brandon Aubrey over the last 5 weeks. Yeah. Travis Kelce or Brandon Aubrey
over the last 5 weeks.
Over the last 5 weeks.
So I have Kelce in another league, and he has been awful. So I'm going to go Aubrey.
Wow, that's easy then. Yeah. So Brandon Aubrey coming down the stretch has just been clutch.
So that's 2 first-rounders, 3 first-rounders, Eckler too.
Eckler.
That Aubrey is better than. And Kelce. Yep. Amari Cooper was a 3rd rounder, 4th rounder. You got him for free, right? You just got him off the waiver.
Yeah, I just picked him up.
Yeah. Delete kicker.
Yeah, I more than ever. I see why I get rid of kicker. I mean, it's helped me this season, but
sure. So okay, let's say we do delete kicker. Would you also be in favor of deleting defense, or do you like defense? I kind of go back and forth on that.
I like defense. There's a little bit of skill to it. I think there's a little bit more playing matchups, and there's a little bit, like it can be a great. You can pick a defense a little earlier. It can be, like the year the Jaguars were phenomenal, right? Like that was a worthwhile to pick, maybe at the a higher pick in the draft. Now, defense is also boom or bust a little bit, but there's a little more to it. Whereas kicker just is, here's the coach going to kick a 66-yarder just for the heck of it, just because. And now you're Brandon Aubrey with 22 points on the week. So,
yeah, it's weird. You'll have everything I read about kickers is like you need the most high-powered offense. You need teams that are favored, and like that's the recipe for kickers. And then it's like Jake Moody gets 4 points because he kicks 4 extra points, and that's the whole thing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if I'm streaming a kicker, I'm sitting thinking, okay, who's gonna like move the ball the most and at least get it on their end, to the defense's end of the field to at least give them a chance. But there's just there's literally no strategy to kicker other than someone who's consistent. What?
I have another question.
What's that?
So we have been lambasting the tight end position for a long time now.
Okay.
Do you think this year is a sign that the tight end position is actually figured out and is a worthwhile position now? We have Kelce's still fine. Kittle's boomer bust. Sam Laporta is the number 1 tight end right now. Trey McBride has been fucking awesome. The Packers tight end was really good until he got injured. Mark Andrews / Isaiah Likely. I mean, Isaiah Likely is better than Mark Andrews. We just need to get rid of Mark Andrews. Cade Otton is pretty good. Njoku is finally having the breakout season we all expected of him 5 years ago. Maybe that's Flacco. Who else? Goddard, obviously, a top 3 tight end. Who? I mean, I don't know. I feel like for the most part, I, okay. So I didn't make the playoffs, obviously, but I have Trey McBride, and I'm like, I would have been extremely happy with Trey McBride for the back half of the season, or Fryermuth, or any of these guys. Really, it doesn't seem like you need to take a top two tight end anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Who's your tight end?
Dallas, Jake Ferguson now.
Yeah,
And I
he's
had
great.
Logan. Yeah, it was a great pickup. Didn't draft him. It was a waiver wire, and rookie, and took a shot on him, and he's done really well.
Oh yeah, Dalton Kincaid too. Like I feel like we don't need. Maybe we hit the panic button at the wrong year for tight end. Like we might be fine next year.
Well, I also think a lot of NFL
Oh,
teams are
Hawkinson.
seeing the advantage of tight end, right? They see what Kelsey can do. They see what some of these, Kittle and these other big names that were really big a few years, Mark Andrews a few years ago, right? And I think they're getting worked in a little more.
Yeah, they see what we all saw multiple years of like, why don't you just use this guy more? But NFL head coaches are slow to catch on to how football works.
I mean, if you look at the stats, right? There's my screen's small here, so I'm a little here. Like, yeah, the top's at 170 on the season, but you go down like 5 through 10 are still all above 100 points and within 30 points. So
yeah, that's not bad over the course of 15 weeks.
That's not that bad. That's 2 points difference, right? A week. So a lot more consistent this season now. Who knows if it's going to stay that way or not? But
so I would propose next year. Well, not next year. We have to fucking wait 3 years. When we get rid of kicker, I am also aboard. Like, I do think it's really funny. Basically, the reason Jameson instituted like I'm not going to change anything for 5 years was because Sully was mad at him for changing stuff all the time, and now there's 2 really good ideas or 3 really good ideas that we want to push through, but because Sully mutineered for 2 years, Jameson put this like thing in that he can't make changes so that everyone gets used to everything. But if we got rid of kicker, as of right now, tight end I think we keep, and we switch kicker to another flex spot.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Yeah, I don't want to lose a spot. I want to keep starting 10 people.
Yeah, because that would actually make it more more. It would add another layer of difficulty because you're going to get down to the nitty gritty then with 12 guys hard. And then 10 actual skill positions. So, I could get behind that.
Yeah,
and
cool.
I think it changes it a little bit, And while we're on the topic, let's just clear the air. Jameson got pretty heated last week that I continue to send that picture. There's nothing I love more than a little, poking Jameson's buttons. So let's just.
It's pretty easy to do.
I can get behind some change. I just love the fact that I found the email and screenshotted it, and it's now saved in my photos. And I wish it was an emoji because I would use it all the time.
We should at least cut out the part that's I will relegate myself as an emoji, and then we can use that. I'll relegate myself if this happens as a reaction.
It's literally I hope nothing more than we make a change, because then I can hold above his head for the eternity that he did this and he's supposed to relegate himself. So
right. I would love you down here in Guggenheim, Jameson. I would love to beat up on your ass.
Yeah, knowing full well he won't, and understandably so, but it would still be fun to just egg him on all the time. So
yeah. Take
that, Jameson.
Take that. All right. Playoff previews. We got Den versus Paul. Denton is, I believe, a bit of a paper tiger. He's one of the middle of the road points for. He has 1566. I mean, he's pretty much exactly in the middle in points for. And then he's playing Paul, who is actually less than on the points for scale for Denton, but like we said earlier, Paul is getting Jefferson back, which is a pretty big piece. That's 15 to 20 points per game. He's
Yeah.
also an expert and has Laporta and Njoku, the 2 tight end set. The is it 12 personnel or 11 personnel? He also has Chuba Hubbard in case Aaron Jones doesn't go. So things are looking pretty good. Denton has Stafford, James Conner. Haven't heard much about. Oh, we actually had. Yeah, Conner's had 2 really good games in the last 2 weeks. Jonathan Taylor, assuming he's back, he's practicing in full, so he will be. Cortland Sutton having the year he should have had last year when I had him. Jalen Waddle, Nico Collins has been a fucking beast. Travis Kelce. I'm over Travis Kelce. I'm done with the Taylor Swift thing. I'm done with all this fucking bullshit. Like every time Travis does anything, we got to zoom in on Taylor. I don't care. Play better. Like the dude, I don't know how he's a number 3 tight end. Like, I guess he's averaging 10 points a game. No, he's averaging less than that over the last 8 weeks. Like, that's not what we drafted you for. That's not what you're paid for to do. Bang Taylor on your own time. Don't bring me into it. DJ Moore has been awesome. There was like a 4-week stretch where he was really bad, but other than that, actually no, he hasn't been. This guy's the number 8 wide receiver here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 6 out of 14 weeks he has had single digits, less than 8 points. Doesn't seem that good to be a number 8 overall wide receiver, but he did have the 49-point game or 45-point game. I don't know, man. It's a toss up. Oh, I'm not even sharing my fucking screen. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, and then we show on stream. Can you see
There we
that,
go.
right?
Yep.
Okay. This is the matchup. I don't know if Trevor's going to play. Gibbs has been awesome. Aaron Jones has been injured all year. Jefferson's great. Metcalf is boomer bust. Smith is boomer bust. Laporta's awesome. Joku's awesome. This is interesting. There's like a 6-point difference in defenses. I don't think I've ever actually. I have never seen a defense projected to score 12 points. Even the Dallas defense has never been projected to score that much.
Well, that's infuriating because, what is the Denver defense ranked? Number 13, not like phenomenal. And against New England, and I specifically picked up and played Pittsburgh against New England, if I remember right, and was like super excited about it. And then they went off on Pittsburgh. So,
it's that seems excessive to me. DJ Moore is probably good. Kelce, he usually does murder Las Vegas, so maybe that'll be fine. Actually, no, he had 12 points the last time. Nico is awesome. I feel like Nico is one of the reasons that Denton has had a good season. Because Nico was diamond in the rough, and then
he paid very little for that.
Yeah, and losing Taylor for a while, he had Moss, he had Singletary's been great, Ford's been great, so like he's had all the backup guys to help him out. Average less points than me, so that's really good. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna go Paul Mahalo Awards.
I think Paul's on a roll right now. I think Stafford has a tough game ahead, and I think I don't know. That's the big anchor in my mind, and then that there is a big matchup.
Yeah, so. I just lost in another league because Sam Laporta fucking annihilated Travis Kelce, who I spent a 5th overall pick on. So
I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I don't know who I want. I think I want Denton to win, but I think Paul's gonna pull it out.
All right, we're on Paul, and then we're on Paul watch, and then you,
Me.
Taylor Zacher, his first buy ever with the number 1 overall quarterback, draftjoshallen.com, who cannot have a bad game somehow.
Somehow.
Even though he can play like total, complete, utter ass for an entire half, he will always end up with 20-ish points. Kyron Williams, who is him, that's correct. He has missed 4 games and has had his bye. Well, everyone says bye, but is the number 6 overall RB. Absolute beast. Mixon, he's having his like late season surge as he always does.
As he always does.
At the right time. The Pittsburgh defense is not good.
Nope.
Lockett, always solid. Actually, 32.
Yeah.
Wow.
Little boomer bust, but he's in the middle of the stretch there. He held in there for me.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, Tennessee's secondary is pretty bad, so
yeah, I think I can get some points out of him. I think I can get a.
Yeah.
Josh Downs, I don't know yet. I'm debating between him and Palmer. I think Palmer.
Huh. Yeah, Josh Downs. I wonder which week you played me. Yeah, that's really interesting. Wow. Scored 20 points literally one time in his entire fucking life. Wow.
That's really he's cool. Had a couple.
Yeah, he's had one good game, and I know about it. And then Jaden Reed. Hey, I remember this guy. Oh, I wonder if he had caught a ricochet touchdown for no reason. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, Jake Ferguson, pretty good. Pretty solid. Eckler, I don't know what this guy's doing, man.
I don't know either.
I don't know. This is tough.
It doesn't help that his coach just got fired, and I don't know.
Well, he did get fired. Maybe this is the boost though. The post coach getting fired boost that like the Raiders and a couple other teams have hit.
Yeah. Whoever takes over just says, all right, let's just put Eckler where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, Eckler doesn't have a long-term contract, so maybe he'll play super hard for a different coach and
try to earn a spot or prove himself here down the stretch.
Yeah. I could see this being a good game for Hall. Pollard has been pretty mediocre. Jordan Love is the number 8 QB. What? Okay. That's pretty surprising. Demarcus Robinson is a football player. Adam Thielen. You want to see something funny? Which week do you think that Adam Thielen played me? Oh. Do you think maybe it was week 6?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Wow. Pretty surprising that he hasn't even hit 12 points since playing me. That's great. Zay Flowers. Pretty good. Last week was a little surprising. He has been good, but obviously not anything special. Kittle, fucking bum. They just scored 25 or nothing. Rachaad White. I've been so surprised with Rachaad White. Look at this guy. Look at this.
He kind of came out of nowhere.
I always thought Rachaad White sucked, but he's been awesome.
Yeah. Wait, is he a rookie?
No, he was he's just a sophomore.
Oh, experience. Okay, it only counts your full year. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone thought like Sean Tucker was going to take over his job, and he's just been electric. So I'm going to go you, obviously.
Thanks.
You're my boy.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is about to score fucking 25 points more than Jordan Love, and it won't matter what else happens.
I think the Chargers, he's got that one in the bag.
Yeah. The worst defense in the league. I think you got that. Kyron Williams just gets 75 touches a game, so you're good to go.
Yeah. Vice versa, playing Buffalo, so we'll see. No, never mind. No, they're playing New Orleans, so.
Yeah. What do you think about your matchup?
I think I can do it. There's a couple of players. First of all, I purposely picked up. I think Indy plays. I don't know. The Chiefs play Vegas this week, and Indy plays Vegas next week. And I thought I was being all smart last week by picking them up, but now that it's Sleeper's saying that Las Vegas is like middle of the pack against.
That's just because
defenses.
they put up 60 on the
That's a good
Dallas
point.
Chargers.
Maybe that's what's skewing it. I
They're
didn't
not
think
good.
of that. So I thought I was being all tricky doing that, but you're right. That could be skewing the numbers. So
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
so anyways, I don't know, we'll see. I'm optimistic.
I am too. All right, on to we took a lot of time, so we'll go
We did.
on to Herman German, Mason versus Zach. So we got Zach Elliott versus Mason Renner. Another Josh Allen game. I have a feeling a lot of Josh Allens are going to be here. I'm one of the very few Jalen Hurts owners that is not here, despite scoring more points than the rest of my league. So we got Mostert. I mean, Jesus, dude. How this guy is 31 years old, having the best fucking season of an RB since. I mean, he's second to McCaffrey. Like, this is insane. Mostert has never finished an entire season healthy in 10 years, and here it is. I'm going to go probably Mason because he doesn't have to deal with Eckler. I know you have Eckler, but he has Montgomery and McCaffrey and Josh Allen. This triumvirate alone is 100 points.
Yeah.
Especially against Minnesota. So anything else is just, gravy.
Icing. Yeah.
So yeah. On to Freeze. He's starting Derek Carr, so Mallet is going to win.
Yeah.
He's starting Derek Carr and Najee Harris, so Mallet is going to win by 50. Mallet has Brees, so that's an Iowa State player. Mallet's going to win by 60. This is interesting. Freeze with 2 Iowa players.
Huh.
Wow. Look at that.
I didn't know.
Just a massive, massive Iowa Hawkeye fan. I mean, could not love his Hawkeyes more if you challenged him.
Who do you think he loves more, the Packers or the Hawkeyes?
Jeez. Well, I guess right now the Hawkeyes. He normally does have a lot of Packers on his team.
Yeah.
But,
he is a big Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, in a time when we're just disparaging the tight end position, he says, you know what? Even though tight end is fucking awful, I love Iowa so much that I want 2 of them on my team.
Yep.
That's great. So yeah, Mal's gonna smash him. It's not even gonna
Yeah.
On to Blipto. We got B Nels versus T Shan. This is B Nels in a landslide.
Yeah.
B Nels, he just needs there's a couple quarterbacks on the waiver wire, but I mean, James Cook, number 5 RB. Kamara's been great. Puka, absolute revelation. Garrett Wilson's been bad. Debo, holy fucking shit, dude. Look at this.
Debo's
Yeah.
Well, he's got the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, he's elite. Barkley's not that great. Why are you 11-3?
How did Tyler get there?
The fuck? Why are you 11-3? ETN is number 3. Garf.
Jared Garf.
Jalen Warren is a guy. CeeDee Lamb is very good, number 2. So he's got number 3 and number 2.
No, that helps.
Gabe Davis, number 41, obviously. Number 5. Ty Chandler, number 52, of course. Drake London, number 38. I have no fucking clue how this team is 11-3. But he is, and I think the luck runs out. This is a B-Nels win.
Yeah.
He's a good team, and T-Shan doesn't. It's also Goff on the road.
At Minnesota, and Minnesota might not ever lose again, right?
Right. Yeah, we got to make the playoffs, so we're going to go 2-0 against the Lions. On to Shugi. Shugart versus Josh Nelson. Josh Nelson's entire team is 2 NFL teams. He has Jalen Hurts and DeAndre Swift, and then Gibbs, Jameson Williams, and Laporta. So another 2 tight end set. This is Shugart by fucking 70 points.
Yeah. How did he get there?
I don't know, man. Because Laporte's been really good. Right. Peters, McSweeney versus Zhao. I don't really know. I'm just going to go Zhao, I guess, because half of this dude's team is on. It's questionable. Actually, no. Well, he's starting Quentin Johnson, so yeah, I'm going to go Zhao. On to Helt and Murph. I'm going to go Helt just because this is a pretty sizable projection difference. I mean, White's good, Jefferson's good, Waddle's good, Puka's good, Kittle's sometimes good, Rasheed Rice is good.
Jamar Chase is still in there. That's got to come out. Yeah, Murph lost Jamar Chase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a big loss.
You're going to put in Chika Conquo. It's not going to be good. On to Newhall. I feel like we're dragging ass right now. Carvin Ass versus Hanks. I'm going to go Hanks. Hanks is a legitimately good team and in 12-2. Prescott's mostly good. Gibbs, Singletary, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, CD Lamb, Zeke. Yeah, this is just a solid team.
Speaking of Zeke, who has more points, Brandon Aubrey or Ezekiel Elliott?
I would say Brandon Aubrey.
He does. 9 more points in the season.
All right, and then DeWitt versus Teeds, going Teeds. I'm just going to fucking race through these. The Rippers. It's got to be the Rippers. Even though this is it's Josh Allen versus Joe Flacco, a fucking epic matchup that we've all wanted. Flacco's been pretty good. I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gibbs, McLaurin has been
awful. Underperforming?
Not in this league, but you want to know what happened to me in
the week you played? Let me guess. Yeah, was this a good week?
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally hasn't scored 20 points all year, and then there you go.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I don't know if Tyreek's going to be back.
He's not at practice, so I don't know if he's not in. I think Mark's got an uphill battle.
Yeah, if Tyreek isn't there, Darren Waller sucks. I don't know who this person is.
I don't either.
Tajay Spears is a backup. I mean, he's basically got 3 just like nobodies. Okay, Pacheco's going to be back. So it's just a matter of filling in Tyreek and who you could put in. Nobody. He doesn't have another wide receiver right now. Interesting. Well, that's a toss-up.
Who's in his?
I'm gonna go Sully.
Flex right now.
Sully's.
Yeah.
Checo.
Oh.
But he could put in Clyde if he's out, or Taysom, or Zamir White if Jacobs is out, or Achane if he plays, or he's got some options. He just needs to fill in wide receiver 3 if Tyreek doesn't play.
Okay.
Got here. I don't know. I'm not good at this. All right, on to presidents. Oh no, sorry. Old Hall. We got Preer versus Bianchi. I'm gonna go Preer because Preer has Big Cop Brock.
Oh yeah.
That easy.
Yeah.
That easy. And Kyron.
But he plays Baltimore. That's a huge game on Christmas Eve,
awesome.
isn't it? Yeah.
Hopefully this matchup comes down to that too. That'd be fucking
on
epic.
Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
One of you is going to get a big cock Brock Christmas present. All right, on to presidents. Knust versus Jay Long.
Ooh.
We have.
That's been a fun week in the office.
Yeah.
Don't they work together?
A couple of maybe rivals. I'm not really sure. A couple of best friends. A couple of colluders. A couple of.
No. Ian Corey.
Oh yeah. Wait, who did he get Ayuk from? I forgot.
Wait.
It wasn't Canoes that he got. Oh yeah, it was. That's right. Oh yeah. Okay. So Canoes versus his feeder team. So Jaylong fed him Stephon Diggs for Ayuk, and Jaylong already has Debo Samuel, who's soaking up literally all the points for the 49ers. This is going to be Canoosed because Tua is better than Jordan Love, Kamara is better than Jared Cook, or James Cook, Derrick Henry.
It was awful.
Sometimes good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a. I mean, that's a Henry.
Derrick Henry has the league record, right, for most touches and fewest yards.
Yeah, and he still somehow got 3 points. Isn't that something? Fucking 4 catches for 1 yard, epic. Amon-Ra St. Brown probably, yeah, better than Waddle, of course. Debo better than Diggs.
T. Higgins, one of the best NFL wide receivers out there.
T. Higgins, though, fucking beast.
About equivalent to Gerald Everett. Would you agree?
Yeah. You know what's funny? So Knus and I basically had the same exact draft for the first 4 rounds, except I took Hurts instead of T. Higgins. And even though T. Higgins has been fucking atrocious, this fucking clown is 11-3 with less points than me. I have Rashee Rice too. I have Kamara too. I have a better quarterback. I have fucking CeeDee Lamb, not any of these clowns, and just I have 5 less wins than.
We've gone over this. Presidents is easier. That's all.
Yeah. Anyway, Goddard over Laporta. That's easy. Goddard's way better than Laporta. And then
Dallas Goedert, free off the waiver wire.
Yeah, I mean, just a fucking league winner right there, and then some other shit defenses, I guess. Still hanging out to Chubb. I actually respect that, keeping him on the
just in case
squad, just to say, hey, we didn't give up on you. Scary Terry.
$100 Jerome Ford didn't he get Jerome Ford for $100?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually makes sense. Yeah, he got a bunch of wins off of Ford. And Chase Brown's really good. All right, I'm gonna go Canoosed because yeah, he's been fed what 3 top 5 options at different positions. This is like when people talk about the NFL being rigged. It's just like Presidents has been rigged to give Canoosed W. And
Bogey versus Jameson, huh?
This looks bad. Hurts versus Prescott. Don't know. McCaffrey has just been unreal. Both of these guys, well, actually all 3 of these guys, Eckler, Pollard, and Williams, can be hit or miss. Olave has essentially had the same season he did last year. Lockett's been worse. DJ Moore has been really good. Mike Evans has been fucking phenomenal. Hawkinson versus Likely. Yeah, I hate to go against my brother, but this just kind of looks like a bogey's running away with it.
I'm gonna go for Jameson because he's got Eckler and Lockett, a couple of my guys. So.
Ooh, okay.
I'm hoping for big games from them. So.
That eternal positivity will turn it around. I like that.
That's what got you.
Yeah, you ruined my whole life by being positive. Is Pittman? I guess if Pittman plays, he can swap him in for somebody. That'd be a little closer. All right.
Since we're in Presidents, there's a question from the chat. Is Corey Anderson officially relegated?
I believe so. Let me look at the. He did lose his first consolation bracket, or did he? He did. Yes, he will. He is. He's guaranteed 11th place, I think. Yeah, he'll be relegated no matter what. You'll be happy to know, Ben. All right, on to the breakdown of Taylor Zacher. State your name for the podcast.
Hello, my name is Taylor Zacher.
How long have you been in the league?
I believe it was the official expansion, the big expansion to 48.
So
That was in
10 years?
I
9
think
years?
9 years, I think,
Yep.
because the 10-year draft is coming up.
Yeah.
So
do you have access to League Legacy? Are you looking at it, or
I couldn't get in. So
oh, you don't have a login or what?
do you have to create a login?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just public. No.
No, you have to do a email and whatnot.
I'll work on that in the future, but
okay. Well, you've only been in the playoffs 3 times.
Yep.
What would you say is different about this year than the others?
You'll enjoy this. I didn't listen to the Fantasy Footballers one time.
That's good. You've learned.
I enjoy the Fantasy Footballers, but between moving and building a house and all that, I just didn't have time and just didn't listen to them one time. So a lot of gut decisions this year, and then I always split Fantasy Pros with T-Shan, so had got my insight from Fantasy Pros this year instead.
Couple of bye-havers, you and T-Shan. Yeah, that was good. The only thing I remember I kind of stopped listening to the Fantasy Footballers, but I remember Mike. 2 of my guys were J.K. Dobbins and Alexander Madison. Dobbins tore his Achilles immediately, so throw that out. And then Madison has been a fucking league loser the entire year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what drafts have you been to? What's your favorite draft?
Well, Denver has some stories.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, going to the hospital with you.
That's right.
That was, human foosball was fun. Nashville, I thought was a blast. They each, I think it was said last time, but they each have a dynamic that's different. So I also loved Minneapolis. Selfishly, I was here. It was easy to do. So, it was a big draft, so it was a ton of fun. It's definitely more fun when there's more people. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I think.
I like when we can take over a city.
Yeah, good to catch up. It's good to close down college bars in your late 30s.
Especially when they don't want you there.
Yeah.
Fuck off. It's
August.
August.
We did not belong. But yeah, no, it was I think it'd be down to Denver or Minneapolis, probably my favorite.
Yeah, I remember the Denver one, other than the hospital trip being very, very fun. And that was because of Hanks. Hanks told me I should go to the hospital, otherwise I would have gutted it out. Because my foot had ballooned to a alarming size. Okay, so do you have any thoughts, any comments? Or what's the history of the Corsairs? Where'd that come from?
Well, my favorite
plane?
Yeah, favorite plane is the Corsair. So
was
wanted to find a way to get that incorporated into a franchise, and I didn't say any colors or anything. I just said I wanted this airplane incorporated, the Corsair, and whoever was designing it at the time, it was pretty early, like a year in, I think.
You're one of the first.
I jumped on it, and he did an awesome job. So fingers crossed.
The color scheme was from the designer, not you.
Yeah, I think I said I liked I gave him some color ideas, but I was pretty open with the design and the color, and he killed it. So I'm fingers crossed. Maybe someday I'll get a jersey, and we'll get to see what it looks like. But yeah, just it was a cool airplane. So
How much is Carissa involved in your day-to-day league management?
well, I meant to start that way. That apologize that I have to be here instead of her because she's where the mastermind between all this. So it's
I mean,
funny.
the GM doesn't usually talk to the media, so it makes
It's
sense
true.
that you're here or not.
Yeah. It's funny. You and I were talking about this weekend, where that all came about. This whole Chris is part of it, and it's really funny because it all came about because there was a season. I think it was on my way to Denver, and she bought me a fantasy magazine to read, handful magazine, and she's like, "Taylor, if you're gonna do this, you have to start winning." So, because I'd had a couple bad years.
It was that easy. We just have to start winning, obviously.
Yeah. Don't understand, Carissa, but
that's what I've been trying to do.
I'm not just dinking around. I'm
not just burning $100 every year.
Listen to hours and hours of podcasts, read articles, and nothing.
Okay, if you're gonna do this, you have to start winning.
So I think I went to that draft and I said, guys, I have to win this year because Carissa said, like, I have to win or else she's gonna, we're gonna have to have a talk about me spending $100. And so I think that's where it started. Is
yeah. That was the whole rumor that Chris is starting to take over your team. Anytime you're on a win streak, that's Carissa, not you.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, and really so since the podcast started last year, she's gotten a big kick out of whenever I say, "Oh, you made the podcast. You got mentioned again," which seems to be weekly, and she just rolls her eyes. And so
it'll be even more. I think next year, Merritt is trying to put together a spouses fantasy football league where the wives will all draft the teams, and then it's up to us to manage their teams.
I think that would be so
that's really
fun.
Really funny. Yeah, like they can like the whole thing is like they can they do the draft, and then ultimately it's up to us to do the day-to-day stuff, but they can be involved. But I think it would be really funny because they're probably better than I am.
It'd be such a funny dynamic because I saw a video on Instagram of this where all the wives did it and all the husbands, they weren't allowed to talk. They weren't allowed to give any advice during the draft.
Yeah.
And
that's probably where she saw it. She's on TikTok all the time.
There were trades happening. It was like immediate because some team ended up with 7 running backs and no quarterbacks. And it's like, oh, shoot, we got to figure this out.
Yeah. Well, Mitch did that, and he didn't even have his wife draft his team. That's
crazier things have happened, but
exactly. You could show up. You could draft on the wrong day. You could draft, 10 running backs. It could be anything.
Yeah. So I think that'd be a blast, and I count us in if when that comes to fruition, we'll be a part of that.
Yeah, it would also be really fun if you, me, and Tishan, or if we were all with them when they draft, and we couldn't say anything. We couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
We'd have to find a funny way to keep each other quiet. I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
Not really related, but this reminds me. Jameson's idea of the 100-yard dash being the order in which you determine your own draft order. I love that idea. It's so fucked up, but I love it. Imagine if I picked my own Nick Chubb. How brutal that would be. That's a new level of depraved that I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I picked Christian McCaffrey twice. Can you imagine?
Right.
I don't win the first spot. I win the 100-yard dash, and then from there pick the first spot, thinking I'll get Christian McCaffrey this year, and both years he gets hurt. Yeah,
or I remember talking to Will, and Will was like, I don't want a top pick. It's too much pressure. I love being fourth. Just being Will and picking fourth and not getting McCaffrey when you could have just picked number 1 or whatever and gotten McCaffrey.
Yeah.
It's so that's just We can just big brain ourselves into just some miserable seasons. I love that.
Yes. Very
As much
much.
pain as possible for as many people as possible. That's what I want out of fantasy.
Well, you do it to
It's been
yourself every
only
year.
misery for me for 11 years.
Misery loves company.
That's right.
Yeah, I could be down with that.
Love that. But if you win, you're not even going to be. You're not going to be in Guggenheim with me anymore. I mean,
I know.
what do we do?
I don't. Well, you need to win next year then.
Oh, no. So we said this on my way out. You will be the first ever to take a
Oh yeah, that's
title,
right. Yeah,
but not take the promotion and stay
Yeah.
in Guggenheim.
yeah. Paul, you can have the. You can move up. I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. I
No,
like
no.
it down here.
I don't know. I would like to stay in the top league, Guggenheim.
But caveat: if I win again next year, I get to jump all the way straight to presidents.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
So I get a shot at that because so back to Carissa. As much as she wants me to win, I feel like her biggest nightmare is I win that trophy because I've already told her it's going on the mantle. Like 12 months on the mantle, whether you like it or not. So I think she wants me to win enough to maybe win some money, but not enough where we get that trophy because.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's well, it'll be a sacrifice she'll have to make for excellence.
That's what I'm saying.
We all have to sacrifice.
Yep.
It's just her turn.
Yep. So, but
oh my God, it'd be so funny if you were like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay in Guggenheim."
I like it down here. I feel good. I'm just getting in my groove.
Jay, I don't think there's anything in the Constitution that says you have to move up.
No, I'm sure something would get added.
Yeah, I bet Jameson would be just like, no, you can't do that.
It's
No,
not,
you can't make Guggenheim the top league just by virtue of all of us like winning and staying in our own league. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Winning and staying in your own league, unlike Ta or Jameson, who have not won ever in any league.
Yeah. And they just.
Mm-hmm. But I'm the best, so.
Perennially in presidents somehow.
I mean, that's kind of the only way we can do it, right? We have to take it down without acknowledging that it exists. We just all operate outside of presidents and just go, what? Like, it's so great up there on Mount Olympus. Nice. And then we just like continue our party down here.
Yeah. In the greatest
we're all in presidents. Okay, cool. Anyway, on to.
Hope you're having fun getting Dallas Goedert for free.
Right. On to Kyron Williams for $5. On to, making expert moves, Trey McBride's, all that stuff. But really great. You and, I don't know, Ward are having a fucking great time up there. Anybody give anyone free players lately?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, just send us a note. We'll be busy.
Guggenheim, greatest league.
Greatenheim. Goodenheim.
Nice. Greatest time? Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of fun. It's a good league.
You have anything else? We're at the hour mark. I don't know.
Yeah, I just that again. Clear the air. If we get the number of votes to change the relegation, I think that's a great change. So Jameson can
we'll continue to spam the emote, but
pull the stick out of his butt. But I will spam the emote because I think it's hilarious, and even if no one else does,
yes, still do it.
I think it's hilarious. So
yeah, Zachar's on board. He's just he's giving you guff.
Yeah. Guff. Just pushing buttons.
Guff.
So.
Well.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Corner.
Excited to do this again next time.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have you next week if you're in the championship.
No.
Oh, if we have anyone else on the list.
You knock on wood right now because we're not jinxing it.
That's right. All right, man. We'll see you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.